how are you leveraging technology? And certainly card systems would probably be one of the number one ways you're doing it. But are there any other ways? And let me go with you, Josh, as far
Uh,
as that question.
yeah, I mean, yeah, as you said, we hit the nail on the head. So yeah, I mean, I've built four stores, new stores over the last 4 years, and yeah, and all of mine are hybrid. And so,
Hmm.
as you know, kind of like what Bruce said, I know I've heard arguments for go all coin, all card. And anyway, but I would say, but using the app and also rewards card, as we talked about earlier, you know, people get rewards. You can incentivize people to come back. I love the app just because you can sit there. I can send direct notification to people for promos.
Hmm.
I don't know if we're going to get into it later or not, but I think I talked about in the article last, you know, like if we sit there, if we see we have a slow time, I can sit there and say, hey, for us, we're called Wash Bar, so we do happy hour. So I can
Hmm.
sit there I can be anywhere in the world. Today I'm in Kansas, where all my stores are in Oklahoma. If I want to
Hmm.
do half price washers for a morning, I can jump on my phone and instantly, make all my washers go half price. And so
Right.
because of the card and app system, I'm able to do that. And so
Hmm.
I'd say that's basically that's probably the biggest single thing between that and a little bit of technology. I also have Ozone, which I know Bruce has that. So I'm a huge fan of Ozone. Every location
Hmm.
has it. And I call that technology because that gets us a lot of business.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And customers are good with that. With the ozone, they've taken to it, or are they like, what is this? Or did it
Yeah,
take
first
some
it's a
education
lot of
involved?
education. Yeah, so sorry to talk over. Yeah, a lot of it's
Oh,
education. I know my first store is 4 years old, and I'm and now I feel like people walk in, they know Ozone, which I have good signage. Our website, we push it on everything,
hmm.
and anyway, so it's taken time. But when they
Hmm.
walk in, they sit and say, "Hey, your store doesn't smell like a normal, let's say normal, laundromat. It smells fresh and clean. You can smell the ozone." And I've actually
Yeah.
dialed mine up a little higher than the manufacturer suggested, just so you can smell it. And so,
Really?
but anyway, so I
Yeah.
think Bruce probably knows what I mean. But anyway, so but yeah, I'd say ozone's been huge because of that. And then which also has led into our wash and fold. We get a lot of medical contracts. We do. I mean,
Mhm.
majority of our commercial wash and fold is medical because we do have ozone.
Right.
So
Right. Good. Great stuff. Hey, Carly, how about yourself? I mean, certainly we've talked about apps and card payment. Anything we're doing outside the box as far as technology wise?
I would say the biggest piece of that is the app that we do have. But
Hmm.
I'll kind of speak on it of my unattended store in Central Illinois. I don't have any technology there. It's
Okay.
all computer based. And then when there's things like he was talking about, like we can do with the app and those controls that we can do half off or change pricing or give free
Mhm.
rent, then when you're only a quarter based store with no technology, you don't have those amenities. And so I
Mhm.
haven't quite looked into that upgrade at that small store yet, but
Mhm.
all of those things would make it a lot more convenient as an owner.
Right. Right. Both ways, owner and certainly customer. Absolutely.
Yes, my customers
Uh,
there don't complain, but
yeah.
I think they would like the technology if I forced it upon them a little bit.
Right, right. Very good. Bruce, back to you as far as technology. And again, if there's anything you want to add to the ozone piece that Josh had brought up, or anything else that you may be doing that's out of the box.
Well, that was my biggest challenge when we were building this store, and we're
Mhm.
we're embarking on hopefully what's going to be multiple stores. I wanted to put the word ozone right in the name of our business. Like, well, why? But nobody here even knows what that is. I said, perfect. That's exactly what we want to do. Well, what is that? First thing they're going to do is Google it. People are curious. Who isn't?
Mhm.
Especially with these in our hands, right? Everybody's
Right, right.
curious. We're constantly looking everything up all the time, and so that's the first thing we did related to ozone that I would add that hasn't already been mentioned.
Mhm.
Technology wise, I would say it's pretty wide. I'm going to include some things that you might not think of as technology, but it kind of is. As far as the automatic opening doors, I've never had a store until now. I've had four
Mhm.
stores prior to this, and
Mhm.
now we've got the automatic doors, and it's like seeing someone walk in with their hands full and turn around,
Mhm.
look back at me, and go, "Ah, thank you." You know, that's a big
Right.
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Bigger
Yeah.
than I realized, actually,
No,
and I knew it'd be nice, but wow. You've got that, and like most of the places you can sit in our store, you can charge your phone. I made sure we put
Mhm.
USB chargers everywhere, so
Mhm.
people are putting their laundry in the middle of the day. They've got office attire on. They're sitting at our bar. We have a 25-foot long bar, and they've
Mhm.
got their laptop open for lunch, or maybe not lunch. Maybe they're just in between calls, and they brought some
Mhm.
stuff with them to work today. They're a traveling salesperson, and people are using our place to work while they're doing their laundry. So that's technology based when you have USB connectivity at a lot of places where you're going to sit in our store. The app system, as already has been kind of touched on, I wouldn't really add much to that. It's a big deal for folks. We do some incentive. I think there's some questions later that talk about incentives, but we can talk about that later. But that's pretty much a lot of it. Anywhere from vending to multiple vending machines for multiple types of drinks, not just one. We try to go overboard. We're even putting this isn't technology, but anti-fatigue mats in front of branded, with our logo in front of every folding table. And I couldn't get over that response. It's like, wow, thank you. This is so much better. So
right. Again, that all goes to the experience. Even something as little as standing on the cement floors that are so popular now. Having a mat on there. So that's great stuff. No, very good. Thank you to all three of you on that. Yeah, Josh.
I said I totally skipped over two quick things I thought, and this is just something that everybody can do because I like everything I do. I like to be able to share. And something going back on the card system, I heard someone say I put the card system, which I use Fast Card, but anyway, I put them on my vending machine. So I do a huge push to where they can redeem their points for free food and drink and laundry product. And that's been a really big thing to go for using that. But then also something, and I discussed about in the magazine article, digital signage. I've been doing that about the last almost 2.5, 3 years. Digital signage has been a game changer for us. I know so many laundromats just basically either have nothing on, no TVs, or they're just playing, something doesn't mean anything to anybody. And so most of my stores have anywhere between 5 to 7, like 85-inch 4K TVs. And I personally curate everything that's on there between advertising, education about ozone. I even put on there for, like community events. I put on there's a stroller that goes on the bottom that tells both English and Spanish to say, hey, welcome. If you have questions, basically points them where they need to go. I even play all my music. I personally pick every song that plays in every one of my stores. I personally pick it. And, and sometimes there's music videos up there. Anyway, cool thing is kind of like Bruce said, I do it all from my phone. It's the coolest thing in the world. I mean, I can sit there and add music, do whatever. I have 30 minutes before last load, a countdown timer I got off YouTube goes up there and the music turns to techno, like boom, boom, boom music to get your attention. Incentivize people to get your stuff, get out my door, that type of thing. But anyway, digital signage, especially cloud-based, is a phenomenal tool to be used. And that way, as I say, at the same time, also I sell ad space to local businesses and like to insurance, people who would, who only if it's good for my customer. I will say that I'm very selective. But then also I have like some of my doctor's offices and some of the places that we do things for. I give my commercial customers free advertising as an extra value add to them, which costs me nothing. But I said that if they get new customers out of it, great. So just a few things like that.
Yeah, no, that's fascinating. The digital signage and then doing some cross promotion along with that.
Yes.
As far as helping your business. Yeah, no, fantastic. I love that. Anything else as far as this whole topic of leveraging tech? Anything else, or have we kind of exhausted?
I will add that real quickly that we installed Electrolux washers with the Vibe screens, and we actually advertise on the screens. We don't. They don't have the capability of more than one image right now. They're supposed to be working on firmware and better software, but we're actually at every washing machine has I forget what it is, something like 7-inch by 10-inch maybe, or 9-inch screen. Yeah. And we brand all of that and we advertise ozone and things like that. And we do holiday things. We put the Kahuna character up there in a Santa hat, and we have different promotions for just about every holiday. So
right. Yeah. Very cool.